If your life were to speak a message, what would it be? If your life were to leave behind a message, what would that message be? For me, it's only believe. Only believe. All things are possible. Only believe. Last night I was talking to my mother, and when we were on the phone, I asked her how she was doing, how's her health, and we got great reports. And I told her, I said, there is no news like good news. And I thought about a childhood television show that I would watch after I came home from daycare. And it was The Great Space Coaster. And there was this character like the Muppets, Gary Gnu. And he would say, there's no news like Gary Gnu's. But I thought about, I've been destined to share good news. There's so much bad news in the world. And on days when I don't feel like being a good news messenger, I recognize that during the time when I lived in an environment that was highly volatile, it was somebody sharing good news that helped me stay sane, that helped me keep moving and not give up. And I want to have that same type of impact in the world. And so for you, wherever you are, if you're in a low place, if you're in a place of frustration, if you're in a place of trying to figure it out, you know, a lot of times we place a huge emphasis on being happy. But there is a whole gamut of emotions that we get to experience. In our daily lives, you can experience calm. Your calm can be greater than your happiness. You can experience love. You can experience peace. You can experience so many other things other than happiness and joy. And I want you to know, if you're not in a happy state as of right now, the state will change. You could step into retrospection. This stillness in your life could be inviting you to go deeper within. And so know that you don't always have to be happy. I know I was in that place where I felt like I had to always be happy. I bring happiness and joy to others, and then I recognize that I can be reflective. I can be still. I can be so many things. And I want to give you a 4-question formula for helping yourself in those moments that seemingly are lasting longer than you desire. It's called the appreciative inquiry. It's focusing and highlighting on what's true, what's good, and what's possible. What's true, what's good, and what's possible. And it's 4 questions. Start with the D. First one is discovering. When you're engaged, energized, enjoying your life, what are you doing? When you're engaged, energized, and enjoying your life, what are you doing? Next one is dream. If you could do one thing that you do best, more consistently, what might be possible? If you could do what you do best more consistently, what might be possible? 3, design. How can you move from where you are to where you want to be? How can you move from where you are to where you want to be? And then lastly, destiny. If there were one action that you could take, where would you be willing to start? Where would you be willing to start? To decide means death to all other options. So whether it's shifting from one state to another, whether it's inviting in more fruitful relationships, whether it's changing your career, it starts with a decision, meaning death to all other options, death to vacillating, death to indecision, because that's how we create forward movement. Think about what that lasting legacy is and ask yourself in the moment, do I want to feel heavy as an anchor or light as a feather? And if I want to feel light as a feather, that means something is going to be required. A risk, taking a chance, stepping outside of what's familiar and embracing the new. The door is wide open. What are you planning to do?